The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone. The Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the New Orleans Saints.
Bradley Pinion to kick off for Tampa Bay.
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from Tampa. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the second down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. It'll be a Saints first down on a gain of 16 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Now on first down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And I think that's a pretty good illustration of why they try to get the football into his hands out of the backfield. That was something else. So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 38. Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the gun, it's Breeze. Throw left side complete. It's Murray. And he's got room. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. The 20.
Give me some.
And it's a pick 6. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD.
Coaches preach all the time about opportunities and taking advantage of them, and he did exactly that. I used to have a coach told us all the time, a lost opportunity is never regained. Well, no regrets here. He picked that one off and took it to the house.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And that makes the score 7-0. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
The safety, Ross Cockrell, there to knock that one away.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
Now Breeze on third down. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. The sack by the Super Bowl champion and Pro Bowler Jason Pierre-Paul. Here's Thomas Morstead now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. On the return is Mickens. And that one a 55-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
45-yard line.
Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10 at the 45. On the ground, this is Leonard Fournette. Demario Davis there on the stop.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he stopped immediately there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
And that will be incomplete.
Brady's pass intended for Antonio Brown. Incomplete. Marshawn Lattimore there defensively.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Brady. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up. And what's going to be the final play of this first quarter? After 7-0 on EA Sports. Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
The ball carrier. He was brought down by Carlton Davis. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up
on the counter. Here's Kamara. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Breeze. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara, and he won't get much. Maybe a couple down inside the 35 to the 34.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Breeze. He's got his all-pro receiver, Michael Thomas. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs' 20-yard line. Breeze on the hook up to Thomas for the New Orleans first. Over the middle to Smith. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Here's Kamara off the draw. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. That when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying this thing up. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Will Lutz on for the point after. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2.
At 7. Will Lutz to kick off for New Orleans.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt a return. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can...
Going for Evans, but that pass is intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball, and I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
A 10th carry for Kamara, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Breeze. That's complete right around the 8. And the Saints are looking at 1st and goal as he's tackled all the way down at the 2-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal. Shotgun now for Breeze. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. To throw again on 2nd down. Breeze. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. It's Breeze getting it into the hands of Traquan Smith. And the Saints have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the 1st quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the 2nd. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned they're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore. And he returns it here to his own 18-yard line. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Breeze now to throw. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. To throw, it's Breeze. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Okay, Coach, appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Set now to go for the third quarter. The Saints have the lead and set to receive the kick. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
First and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. And in enemy territory last time through the interception. We'll see what they do on this drive.
Can't wait to see how it alters what they decide to do in play calling. Do they continue to throw the ball? Do they want to lean more on the running game? It'll be an interesting sequence of plays that they've got coming up.
Does it often affect the play calling with the interception? How much does that change what you do?
I think it does depending on why the interception was thrown. Sometimes it's just a matter of the defense made a great play, so you continue to come back. But if it's on you, if the offense just doesn't have the confidence, if they're a little bit shaky, maybe try to take the pressure off and run the ball a little bit.
It's another first down as this time they get an even 20. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. A lane to run there is Fournette, able to get about 7 on first down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 22-yard line. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. Fournette, a first down carry. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
On play action, now Brady. And he's got it. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Tom Brady hooking up with Mike Evans there. And the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game.
And that drive we just saw that culminated in a touchdown, exactly what many offenses are looking for. Sustained ones that can impose their will on the other team.
Extra point put through by Succop, and we are tied at 14. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17.
At their own 17-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game. Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Breeze to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Winfield Jr. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, this has been all that we'd hoped for. 2 of the game's all-time great QBs slugging it out in a one-score game here in the second half. 1st and 10. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down. Well, you hate that for him. He gets so close on the big run, but has him in excellent position.
And I know there's plenty of competitive spirit on the defensive side of the ball, but part of me wonders if they would have just preferred him to go ahead and take the...
And he'll get in. He's over for the touchdown. Tom Brady keeping it inside from a yard out. And the Bucs capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14.
Makes the score Buccaneers 21, Saints 14. Bradley Pinion, the kickoff for Tampa Bay.
Now Pinion with the kickoff honors following the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive. Almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, plays like that, Charles, no doubt, they're just going to continue to fuel this crowd.
And this defense is already playing well, but it also feeds on the energy of that crowd that you're talking about, and that takes them up to another level. Right now, they're playing really loose. They got the lead, and what a nice stop they just made there behind the line of scrimmage.
And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead now, standing just about on his own goal line. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Well, that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Tackle is made by Cameron Jordan. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Fournette. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Brings up 3rd and 4.
And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Brady. And this is caught. It's pulled in by Gronkowski. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Rob Gronkowski, 69 yards. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Charles, that was a heck of a play.
It truly was, because when he made that catch, he had to shake through some people, right? So that play, to me, a highlight film that should be accompanied by bass music, right? I mean, boom, 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 and he finds his way to the end zone. Terrific play.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9. The 305-pound Ndamukong Suh finding the path to the QB there.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
The Saints on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and a mile. To throw is Breeze. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
It's 4th down.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. The Saints do snap it. It's Breeze. And he finds Cook. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
He'll be dropped shy of the 40 despite powering through the tackle. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. William Golston. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop it. And this is going to be incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. And brought in by the tight end Cook. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Smith. And he's down right around midfield after a gain of 2, maybe 3. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20.
When teams practice their plays during the week, they're hoping that it's going to pay off on game day. So it sure has to feel good for them when they hit them during a game, and they hit that one there for big yardage.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Breeze again here on 2nd and 10. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Levante David. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. Good gain there on first down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Again, it's Fournette. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And, Brandon, this is where it pays to have a big back who can take over a football game, especially in the fourth quarter when you've got the lead. Your ability to not just wear people down, but close games out.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On play action, it's Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Play action. Now it's Brady. Steps away. And that is incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Looking downfield for Godwin. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
As soon as I saw him break contain and get outside, my first thought and my eyes gravitated downfield, because nowadays, most of these quarterbacks, when they do that, they want the big play downfield. They don't want to throw it short. In this case, he took the shot. It fell incomplete. Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The punt team on now as Pinion sends this one away. And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds.
And 6 at the 8-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Breeze. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. One final try here for Breeze. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So fire the cannons. It's a victory here for Tampa Bay. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they